All right, y'all. So I'm back. So hopefully you guys saw the first video first to tell you what I've been up to, which is becoming a Poshmark seller. Now, I explained in the first video kind of why I did it, which was basically to provide for my family. But now I'm going to give you my perspective on what actually happened with me as far as sales and any situations that might have popped up, etc. YouTubers who give advice on Posh, all that. So, in the time that I've been doing this since July 28th, 2018, in case you didn't watch the first video, um, my experience has been really interesting. Like, it's not what I thought it would be at all, in the sense that I had a goal that like I really needed to earn some extra money by a certain point in time, just to kind of help out with certain things. And, well, not certain things, it was really only one particular thing, not probably what you would think, but it was one particular thing that's going to be upcoming, and it's not even in this year that I'm even trying to take care of it for. So I'm trying to jump ahead and plan. So basically I decided, as you guys know, if you've watched my channel, if not, make sure you go check out all my haul videos, and you will see the amount of items that I have hauled and where I've got them from and things like that. So with that being said, in order to kind of get myself ready to do Posh and follow through, I started watching videos on YouTube. And first I want to say that I have found so much information on YouTube based off Poshmark, and just about rapping and just kind of like posh etiquette, I guess, things like that. I mean, I'm sure there's still so much more for me to learn, but I've learned a lot, and I've had questions answered, I guess, that I wouldn't even have thought to even ask in the beginning, or as a beginning Posh person. Sorry if I keep looking down. There's actually a Posh party going on, so I was sharing my items, so people are like notifying me, people are following me, things like that. So anyway, now on the other hand of that is, or the other side of that rather, is sometimes people share a little too much, in my opinion. I feel like sometimes when people are a little more established with their Poshmark closet, they tend to give out way more information than maybe they should, because what they're intending to be helpful sometimes is hurtful to the other people, and the things that they show about what they do and how they pack their items or what discounts they give and things like that can be detrimental to people like me who are new and just starting, because when people come to my closet already with this mentality that, oh well, this is how it should be done, or when they get their package, if it doesn't look like this person's or that person's, that you don't get the same type of rating. Now ultimately, unless you're really worried about being a Posh ambassador, which I'm not, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter what they say about your ratings, as long as they actually like your items and they're not returning it. I mean, if you're just worried about getting your money, then that's cool and great. I think, as a new Posher, I have had experiences where people will come and they'll ask me, "Oh, can you take the measurements for, the bust and the inseam and the this and the chest and the back and the arms and the legs and the parts that don't even exist yet?" And it's like, really? And so I'm stopping what I'm doing. So you're stopping my productivity, where I could be either be sharing right now on my phone, I could be preparing listings, whether steaming, ironing, hanging up, photographing, doing descriptions of the items, to come take measurements, and then they still don't buy the item. Now it's one thing if realistically the item just doesn't fit, but how many of us really don't know at this stage in the game what's gonna fit and what's not? I mean, most of us can pretty much gauge what is gonna fit us when we're mostly all mature adults on there. Like, a lot of the people I dealt with or that ask me these questions are mature adults, and you could tell it's because a lot of them shop probably on the internet all the time, so they're so used to being able to just click on their item and see, the dimensions and everything. And it's like, honey, this is Poshmark. Like, this is not my business per se. Like, this is an avenue that I'm able to sell on a platform just like eBay and whatever. And it's like, that would be like you calling, the CEO of Poshmark or whoever runs Poshmark, like, "Hey, can you give me the inseam on this item that's on your site?" And they're gonna be like, no, I can't. And I don't mind doing things to be accommodating to people at all. Don't get me wrong, because if I did, I wouldn't have 5-star ratings already as a new posher, especially a new posher who's not selling the typical items everyone else is. Most of the things that I'm selling are actual items from my closet, and it's because I can't fit them. And I felt like, well, if I can't fit them, then why not try to sell them and see what happens? See if that'll earn me the money that I need. And yeah, so uh, I've bought my supplies. I don't feel like so far I've put out too much money. I've seen other videos of people who have like all kind of like advanced steamers and label printers and all kind of such. And I feel like with them, it's because they're more established, so it makes sense for them to do something like that. And at the same time, I've seen some that are really established who feel like the wrapping the item in tissue paper and things like that is just not something they're worried about doing anymore. And I feel like, everybody has to do what works for them, and that's what's going to make you successful as a business owner, or whatever, however you want to look at it when it comes to Poshmark. I was baffled when I found out that people actually did this as a full-time job, or that people actually had jobs like and they quit them to do this full-time. As a stay-home parent, obviously for me, I mean, by me doing it, I guess that would make me a full-time reseller, I guess. I don't know. I would love the opportunity to be able to sell to people and provide, items that they like. My trash is your treasure, okay? So, sharing is caring. Like, I'm all about it. And I even like when I read some of the comments, not only do some people leave a rating, but some people will even leave a response. I guess it's called a love note. And so I even liked, I got one yesterday, and the lady said she really appreciated how personable the note was that I put in her package, because I handwrite every card that goes in my packages. Now I know at a certain point maybe I won't be able to do that, but I'm gonna try my best to do it, especially because right now, like, everything that people are doing, they need to know how much that I really do appreciate their purchase. And even though it could be, something that they only paid $5 for, and I'm getting, a small percentage of, or it's something I paid $20 for, whatever the case may be, they need to know that 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 little bit that they contributed actually went to more than just the item for them, that is going towards a good cause. And so that's something that I feel comfortable sharing, with them when I make my cards. So far I've only had one issue. And so basically my hiccup for Poshmark was, I asked one of my sons to print out a shipping label for me, and I was wondering why it was taking him so long. And next minute, I go in the room like, hey, like, what's going on? They're like, oh, mom, it's not printing, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, this is like a new printer. I bought it days after I started Poshmark, because my other printer, it was still printing out the labels, but it was starting to get fainter and fainter, but it was still dark enough where they could see it, and the post office didn't complain. So that was awesome. But I finally went to Walmart and I bought this printer for like $19, a 500 pack of paper for like under $3. I spent like $23 total for both, like, because it was cheaper than buying a new set of ink cartridges for the current printer I had. So I asked him to do that, and then we're trying to figure out what's going on with the printer. It keeps saying that the printer is offline. Well, finally, it decides to print. Well, mind you, the screen is up on my laptop with the lady's shipping label on it, but it didn't print hers. It printed one from before, because I mailed 3 orders that day, and I guess it printed off the one from before, literally the one right before. Oh my gosh. And I didn't realize it. And when I go mail items, I get receipts from the post office. Most people just drop their packages off. That way they don't have to wait in the line. But I actually wait in line, and I have them to, weigh it right there while I'm there. They scan it and they give me my receipt, and then I go. That way I can make sure I have proof, like, hey, like, I took your package here. Here's the receipt. Here's the proof, blah, blah, blah. So, I make sure that I'm trying to take care of my customer. So it really, like, just irritated my soul so bad when this happened, because I take such pride in my packages and my packaging, and making sure that I ship things in a timely fashion, instead of saying, oh, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. Oh, well, I'll just do it then. We all know how it feels to order something, and who wants to keep waiting? Like, you want your stuff when you want it. You want it now, right? Yes, now. So that was basically what happened. the label printed off wrong, even though I was looking right at the woman's label. And so far, I mean, she hasn't like canceled the order. um I did communicate with her what was going on, and thankfully, the customer that it went to, I contacted her and I was like, "Can you please let me know if you received another package?" Because, like I said, I shipped out three at a time, and so she said, "Yes, I did get it, and I got my order as well." She was like, "Thank you for my order." She was like, "I didn't unwrap anything in your uh package." I guess what she probably did was she probably broke the seal on the box and opened it to see if there was a card, because her package had a card, to see who it was addressed to. So she saw that the name was for someone else. So she was like, "Okay, well, what do you want me to do?" And so she said, "Well, I contacted Poshmark, but what do you want me to do?" So I said, "Well, if you wouldn't mind," I said, "I can forward you the email from the buyer, and that way you could print the label out and send it, and that way it'll go straight to them versus it coming from you to me and then me to them. That just takes more time." So that was pretty much the hiccup with that. The lady who received the package by accident was very understanding, very helpful. She didn't say anything to make me feel bad, and she actually gave me a 5-star rating on my package. So I appreciate the fact that she kept the issue separate, and that she realized that it was an honest mistake, because of the printer, I guess, the memory and it going offline, it just printed out the last job it had. And because her package was nicely wrapped in the car, and she saw the same thing with the other lady's package. Because y'all, sidebar, I wrapped the mess out of that other lady's package, the one who she wasn't supposed to receive it, whose package went to the wrong address. Like bubble wrap, peanuts, extra grocery bags, still wrapped it in tissue paper, like the whole shebang. Like her package was sealed because she had breakable items. And the reason why I felt really bad about it, besides the fact that it was going to take longer for her to get it, is because she has a themed party, and the item that I sold to her, or the two items that I sold to her, it was a bundle, were perfect for her party. So I am hoping that the lady has shipped her stuff off, and that she will get it soon, in a couple of days. And I understand, if she doesn't give me a 5-star rating or any good rating or any good feedback or anything, I don't know. But what's done is done. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. I just have to push forward and just be more careful, and probably, like usual, just do things myself. I mean, I wanted my son to help, because part of what I'm doing, obviously, is to help benefit him. But I probably would have caught it if I was doing it myself, and then because I was trying to hurry up and get it to the post office too, was probably the other reason why I didn't catch it. But what's done is done. I try, like I said, I try to be very accommodating to my customers. And actually, I just mailed off two packages the other day. As soon as I left the post office and was sitting in my truck to write down my mileage, I got an order. But the thing is, that post office was literally closing. I go about 20 minutes beforehand. So there's one other post office that closes an hour after that. So I rushed all the way home after interacting with the customer to find out if that was all they wanted, if they wanted a bundle or anything. And then went home, found the item, wrapped it up, did the card, printed out the label, and took it to the other post office and got it there by 5 p.m. And so her item went out that day, and she gave me a 5-star rating today. While I was at an event today for my child, I received another 5-star rating. So far so good. I feel good about how things have been going for the most part. My sales have been pretty good. I mean, like, I can't retire on it or anything, but for someone who's new and not selling the typical items that a lot of people tend to sell, or any boutiques, or maybe not the best pictures of the items, just because, like, y'all, the lighting in my house is the worst. It's the pits, if you can't tell. I mean, like, hello, it's like light right there, like something is glowing, it looks like a shadow right there, and then it's just like nothing there. So I don't know, I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and that's all you can do until you get to a certain level. So that's pretty much been my experience with Poshmark. For the most part, it's been pretty good. The only irritating part is, people who try to give you lowball offers. Like, it'll be like, basically, you had an item for sale for $100, and the person will offer you 20. Like, why you playing games? Like, where they do that at? I don't care how many discounts. That is, I'm not that nice. Like, I am a nice person. I'm accommodating, but honey, don't try me. Especially about my money, especially when it's, to benefit my children. Like, don't do me. So, at the end of the day, we're going to keep working at it. I'm going to keep going. I added a few items recently, of course, because a lot of you guys who have already seen my videos in the past, like I said, the amount of clothes I have access to. So hopefully, if you guys are ever looking for anything, in a specific size or even new items that I might come across when I'm outsourcing, hit me up under one of my, under the video right now in the comment section. You can hit me up on my Instagram, also at navygirl9802. I don't post a whole lot on there. I do have some of my listings on there, but I know one of my listings that I had, actually I think two of my listings that I have on there, they sold, and I don't think I've updated the second one on there. But for the most part, if you just go directly to my Poshmark, then you'll see the items I have available. I have, as far as categories, women, men's, kids, and I even had a few pet bundles that I did. I have accessories, some shoes, and purses. So, if you're looking for anything, let your girl know, and I'll have no problem going out searching for you, doing a specific box of maybe 4 or 5 items. Unless it's jewelry, then I'll be able to give you hopefully a huge box of items, depending on what I can find, and if you want it new or if you don't mind it used or what have you. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about Poshmark as far as from a newbie's perspective or anything like that, let me know. I'm gonna go because this is getting long, so y'all know I don't edit. So yeah. I hope you guys have been doing well. See, that's my cue, because someone always calls or texts you when you're doing stuff, right? So I hope you guys have been doing well, and I hope you guys will not only comment and share these videos and like, subscribe, all that good stuff, but that you'll go over and follow me on Instagram so I can talk to you guys more, on a one-on-one. Tell me what's going on, what you've been up to. You might have some things you want to recommend to me. I might have something I can recommend to you. Definitely check out my Poshmark closet again at navygirl98202. And that's TO02. Yeah, and make sure you tell your friends, okay? All y'all shop the closet. Like I said, if the items on there, are too small for you or the shoe sizes are wrong, well, hit me up. Let me know what size shoes you want, or you can even comment under a listing that's sold. That way, it's not anyone really looking at what you're saying, and that way, I'll still get the notification. And if you're looking for something in a certain size or certain style, maybe I can find it for you. And if I do, if you add me on Instagram, I can always send you pictures of items, see what you think, if you like them, and go from there. Or I can put you together a mystery box of items just based off, knowing your size. So I will see you guys, who knows when, but hopefully soon, based off feedback from you guys. So hopefully you guys will comment on this video, let me know what's going on with you guys, and that you've went and checked out the closet and things like that, and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys hopefully soon. I hope you guys are great, and bye.